via live stream and call the July 12th, 2022 regular meeting to order with all of our board members present, and one is on Zoom, one of our students, Matthew Kitoriano, is on Zoom with us, and I'd like to say welcome to everyone here. It's nice for all of us to be together for a change. Please note that the use of masks by the board members and those who are in the auditorium is strongly encouraged due to recent increases in COVID-19, the case rates. There are masks available in the lobby if you need them. Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and Trustee Kitoriano, please lead us in the pledge.
Thank you. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. I would like a motion to adopt today's agenda.
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Weiser, and the second by? Thank you, Vice President Weiser. So let's please vote, and we'll start with the students. We'll get theirs first. Leah? Let's see.
Aye.
Okay, aye. And Trustee Kitoriano?
Aye.
Thank you, and everyone else is present, so we can all use the electronic device, and that passes unanimously with the two student board members concurring. Thank you. Mrs. Stoltz, would you talk about the list of speakers?
Yes, today's meeting of the Board of Education is a business meeting that is conducted in public. Board Bylaw 1025 sets the time limit for public comment on agenda items at 10 minutes per side, pro and con, or 20 minutes total. Speakers will be able to provide testimony at the beginning of the appropriate agenda item or at the end of the meeting for non-agenda public comment. The list of speakers is attached to agenda item B2. Please listen for your name to be called. Speakers are listed and called in the order received. When your name is called, please come to the podium to speak. Speakers participating via Zoom will be asked to unmute when their name is called. If you are unable to unmute yourself, we will call the next speaker. Zoom does not allow staff to access your personal device to unmute a speaker. Please follow along with the agenda so that you know when your item is coming up for discussion. If you would like to sign up for public comment, iPads are available in the back of the auditorium and in the lobby.
Thank you, Mrs. Stoltz. And please note today, we will have an abbreviated meeting in the sense that we have no student presentation. We have no report from closed session as we didn't have it. And Superintendent, please present your administrative assignments.
Thank you, Dr. Whitehurst-Payne. We have two this evening. The first is Dr. Jennifer Roberson. Congratulations, our new Instructional Support Officer. And Callie Harrington, Director of Strategic Planning and Innovation in the Office of the Superintendent. Thank you.
Thank you. And that moves us forward. We have no ASB President's Report as it's summer. And I hope they're enjoying their summers. And then Superintendent, you have a report for us.
Thank you again, President Dr. Whitehurst-Payne. I have two pieces of information I'd like to share. First, I had an opportunity to join some of our students at the Vertex Lab in Scripps in the La Jolla area, UCSD. And this Vertex specializes in transformational medicine for people who are dealing with serious disease. And this is a great partnership because our students get a chance to do internships during the summer, and they get a chance to develop with the practitioners, hands-on experience in the STEAM and STEM area. And the neat thing, this was started last year in 2021, and we have students from Crawford and Lincoln. This year, they're actually giving 2 full ride scholarships to any UC school for 2 students who are pursuing a profession in the STEAM or STEM field. And so we want to thank Vertex for their partnership, and I look forward to working with them going forward. In addition, I want to lift up Lincoln High School and the launch of the Understand the Grind Foundation. This was started by the Powell family, as Norman Powell, one of our former Lincoln graduates, has gone on to attend UCLA and play basketball for them, and also played in Toronto and currently is with the LA Clippers. And so in partnership with the LA Clippers, we were celebrating with the Lincoln staff, Lincoln community, the launch of this foundation. And in talking with the Los Angeles Clippers and Norman Powell, Sharon Powell, his mother, we look forward to our partnership with them going forward to support our students, our student athletes across the district. So very exciting. That is it for my report. Thank you.
That's great. I think both Richard and I met Norman, and we went to UCLA too, right? So, for our advanced degree. So we applaud him for that and thank him for participating in that.
He admitted he couldn't guard me.
Yes, that's it.
Right, okay. I won't touch that one. Our board reports, board information reports, which we have 2 minutes each to speak, and we'll start off with our students. And Matthew Gitoriano, since you're on Zoom, we'll allow you to go first.
Awesome, thank you. Over the last few weeks ago, I had the pleasure of meeting with the Office of the Superintendent, General Counsel, staff, and some fellow trustees to help onboard me and Leia. It was an incredibly helpful meeting to just get more information on some of the best practices of being a trustee and how to be most successful in this position. I'd like to thank them for that, and I am completely ready to go on this job and hit the ground running. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome aboard. And now we'll do Leia Nepomuceno. No R, N, Sino.
Yes, thank you. So, like Matthew, I had the privilege of attending the onboarding meeting, which was incredibly helpful, and I'm excited to implement some of the tools and just the lessons that I've learned there in my role as a board member. And as for kind of informational updates, yesterday I had the honor and privilege of attending President Biden's signing ceremony for the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act on behalf of my role as a host for the Evidence for Change podcast. And it was just an incredible event. I got to speak with survivors, advocates, and policymakers, and seeing this was incredibly empowering, and I think really echoes the power of community like we have here in our school district. And kind of in regards to the district level, I've been familiarizing myself with initiatives across the school district, especially food services and menstrual equity. So it's been great to collaborate and hear all of the incredible initiatives that are currently happening and we can look forward to in San Diego Unified.
Thank you, and good to see you go to DC. Wow. Meeting with the president, that's beautiful. And now, let us move on to our trustees, and I'm just going to go right to left here, starting with Mr. Bunser.
Great. Thank you, Madam President. It's great to be back together again. It's unfortunate that Matthew has COVID, so he's not able to be here this evening, but we do wish him a speedy recovery. I really would like to invite all of our students, parents, staff members to join us, the San Diego Unified School District contingent in the San Diego Pride Festival and Parade this Saturday, July 16th at 10 a.m. We're going to have the Pride Marching Band led by the Director of VAPA, Russ Sperling, and the big yellow electric school bus will be in the parade as well. So all are invited to join us or just cheer on the community and celebrate the diversity of what makes San Diego special. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. McQuarrie.
All right, so I'll be sharing my report with Sabrina Bazo, Vice President Sabrina Bazo. It's about an exciting program that we're doing that's connected with our civic learning engagement. So last week, Superintendent Dr. Jackson, Chief of Staff Enrique Rocho, and Manager of History, Social Science, and Ethnic Studies Toya Prophet and I met with Justice Judith McConnell and Carolyn Cayete about reinvigorating civic learning in our schools. Judges McConnell and Cayete are leading a county and statewide effort to increase civic literacy in our schools and preparing students to better understand our legal system, the rule of law, the role of citizens in our democracy, and the importance of civic engagement and how to solve problems in our solve our problems in a civil and peaceful manner. Judges McConnell and Cayete have visited our schools, been in our classrooms, attended our school board meetings, and they are impressed with the number of high-quality programs we are implementing and providing providing increased stability to our students. And we hope that we can highlight these programs so that other school districts can learn some of the best practices that we have. So we are implementing excellent programs in our classrooms, and the judges are asking us to share some of our best practices with other schools and districts in the state. Recent examples were our Cesar Chavez Service Club members who went to the City Hall to meet with Mayor Todd Gloria. We also had 40 students from Hoover, Morris, Lincoln, Point Loma, San Diego, and University High School who went to Washington, D.C. As Aaron Price Fellows to learn about our national government. And more recently, and what we want to share tonight is our student Isla Niles, a 7-year-old rising third grader at Sandburg Elementary School in the Mira Mesa cluster, was introduced by Mayor Todd Gloria as mayor for a day. And I think Sabrina has additional information about that.
Thank you, Trustee McQuarrie, and thank you for letting me share this report with you. Yes, I'd like to extend a special congratulations to the young lady in this video, and also a shout out to the principal, Lindsay Birmingham at Sandburg Elementary. Both my daughters actually went to Sandburg Elementary, and that's where I started my adventure as a parent volunteer at San Diego Unified, and I was PTA president there amongst many other roles there, and just have a very soft spot in my heart for Sandburg. It's a wonderful school. It's right in the middle of Mira Mesa, and I'm thrilled to be able to share this video with you tonight and featuring this special young lady.
When Todd Gloria was a child, this day spent at City Hall shaped his life.
Some of you may remember when I took office, I relaunched the city's Mayor for a Day contest. It's an opportunity for young people to become more civically engaged. Welcome, everybody. Can I introduce you our mayor for the day? Mayor Niles, everybody.
7-year-old Ayla Niles wrote an essay about picking up litter, and her classmates couldn't believe it when she told them she was moving up to the 11th floor.
They're really impressed that I got to do that.
After meeting with city workers and then the fire department,
This is the big office, right?
the third grader faced a desk full of decisions.
So I need this proofread and approved before 5.
And when you work really hard, you're rewarded with candy.
Yeah.
Well, help yourself. 2, 1. Yay!
After opening up a new park, it was off to meet the city council.
She got a good reception, maybe a little stage fright at the microphone.
There's a lot of people.
Did you get nervous?
Yeah, a little.
I get nervous too. So it's an occupational hazard. I really want people to consider public service. This is a wonderful way to spend a career, and you have to start early and let good people like Ayala see our firefighters, our trash collection folks, our park planners, our city council members.
Ayala met them all and held her own.
Today was a pretty awesome day.
She even took it upon herself to give the Todd Squad a new name.
Ayala's All-Stars!
In the Zevely Zone,
That's a strong mayor.
Yeah.
Jeff Zevely, CBS 8.
Congratulations to her, and I did see that on TV. It's very good. Thank you. And now, Trustee Barrera.
I won't top that. I just wanted to thank mid-program all of our community partners in the Level Up program, and of course our partner with the San Diego Foundation. Superintendent has just shared data that we've got about 23,000 students participating this year, which is just about triple what we had, last year, the first year. And about 14,000 of those are our priority students. And so it's experiences all over the city, whether it's surf camp, music, theater, science camps, Ocean Discovery Institute, Chavez Clubs, other programs that all of our students are getting an opportunity to participate in this summer. So I'm very grateful to our community partners.
Thank you. And my only comment would be, I went over to Crawford High School and I went to the Elementary Institute. And at the Elementary Institute, they had elementary students. And at Crawford, they had high school students. And the students at Crawford were talking about the food, that perennial topic of food and cafeteria food, versus at the elementary level at the Institute, they were excited about the food. So I don't know. It's an ongoing issue, and I see Gary out in the audience. You've heard it before, but the principal from Crawford High School will be in touch with you. And because it's always that way, even when we were in school, remember? Yeah, same story. And I also want to say that as I was entering the facility today, there was a student outside who was skating, using the sidewalk as a skating rink. And it just reminds me, we've got to have more activities for our kids. So he's a student who just left Roosevelt and headed to San Diego High School. But we've got to have more places for them to play and do things, right? Yes. Yes. So he was very nice and polite, but he asked me if I wanted him to use that sidewalk as a skating board or whatever. No, please. We'll find something for you to do. But that's next on my list. We're looking out for something for our students to do during the summer. Thank you all for your reports. And believe it or not, I think this is a first. We've had no student instructional matters, no board consent agenda items, no operational matters reserved for the board, no district operations, and we move right into the superintendent's consent agenda.
I'll move item I, the superintendent's consent agenda.
And note that I-11, 12, 28, 29, 35, and 36 have been withdrawn. And we have, she just enters, we have comments from Mrs. Francine Maxwell on I-6, 19, 20, 26, 27, and 38. And you're up. Thank you guys for your...
Good evening, Francine Maxwell, Southeastern San Diego resident. I wanted to just run in because a third of this agenda is ratifications, contracts that have already been implemented, signed, without the board approving them. So why do we vote for trustees? Because we trust the process. We trust that you're going to read the contracts. I-6 clearly tells you that you gave money to a defunct law firm. Your own paperwork says that. Who's watching the general counsel? She's getting away with murder. All of the outsourcing that has been occurring for years, and you give money to somebody. Where's our confidentiality? Where's our settlement agreements? Who has possession of everything that should be confidential? I-38. 11 million. We know that our children needs mental health, but where's the oversight? We have campuses that take pictures of people coming on campus. They come on campus late. They leave before the bell is over. And so we want our children to get served, but where's the oversight? Where's the accountability? I-26, 4 million, music therapy. Where's their evaluation? When's the last time you evaluated them besides giving them money? Yes, music is important. Therapy is important. Everybody deserves it with oversight. That's what you were elected for, was oversight and the word trustee is to build trust. I think that there was one that I truly loved, which was I-27, the eye exams. We have proof. We have accountability. We know which children are getting their eye exams. We know that the doctor is doing them. We see that. 11 items on this agenda, 11 items for ratification. We have a contract department. We have a procurement department. Are they just being paid to whittle their thumbs? Because everything is coming from the legal department. At what point do we get a change in what is happening in the second largest school district? There needs to be accountability. There's a legal mystery because everything is done in closed session. We completely understand that we'll never know the grievances, how much people were settled, how much people were paid, the employees that are wronged, the children that are wronged. These are taxpayer dollars that you are entrusted to. I'm hoping that every trustee read their agenda and their backup, because I-6, she should be held accountable. Her and her team for the overpayment that is occurring in their office. You sent $100,000. We don't know what the agreements are, but there's no accountability in this district. We're excited for change. We're looking forward to the new school district, but this school district should be ashamed today. A third of the agenda, ratifications. And I asked some community members that do look at the agenda, and they said they didn't understand what ratification means. They didn't understand that somebody already signed the contract, that things have already been occurring. So once again, I'm asking the Board of Trustees, as we move into our new school year, a town hall Zoom, you do whatever you like, but teach the community on where their tax dollars are going. Those seats deserve to be parents and guardians, not politicians. If you're not going to protect the taxpayers' dollars, then we need to replace the school board members with fathers, mothers, great-grandmothers, and great-aunties that will guard the tax dollars, because this is pure politics. There's no reason that a law firm closes and this school district is not aware. Your paperwork says it. Francine Maxwell did not make it up. Your backup said that you didn't know that this law firm closed. They dissolved. And so once again, I'm just imploring you to train the community. Let's learn together, because obviously nobody is watching the hen house on the legal counsel, the general counsel, whatever the name is of that office, who keeps letting all this money fly out of this district on lawsuits and different law firms. Thank you.
Thank you. No other persons who want to speak on the issue? Thank you. Let us vote. Nepomuceno.
Aye.
Quitoriano.
Aye.
And now, would we please vote electronically? Thank you. That passes unanimously with the student board members concurring. And we move to our non-agenda public testimony. We have two speakers, and I believe they are in person. Yes, we have Mr. Kent Hartman and Demetria Peoples. 3 minutes each, please, in that order.
Kent Hartman, semi-retired math teacher, full-time math tutor. I commend you on probably the shortest board meeting in the history of board meetings in San Diego. Well done. Some of you may have seen me on television a little earlier this week on Channel 8, and I'm very pleased to give credit to Dr. Bagula for encouraging, supporting, and instituting full-time standalone calculus courses at Lincoln High School for pre-calculus and calculus for the fall. That was my goal. I absolutely give credit where credit is due. Thank you also to Stephanie Brown for implementing this. I've been in communication with some of you today, and also with Dr. Brown. And I did raise a few questions on this because those of you who were here 3 years ago do remember that we had a similar incident with Lincoln. And I was hoping, as I told all reporters I contacted, I wanted to make sure this was a non-story. I think it was very important. I was hoping this would be handled through normal district channels. And unfortunately, I wasn't responded to in a timely fashion. That's all right. The bottom line is success, and I thank you for having those classes supported. I am a little concerned that the impetus for this is coming from me and not from the counselors at Lincoln and the administration at Lincoln. And that the first response when I contacted Dr. Bagula was not, we will run this and figure out how to make it work. It was, I have some ideas, I'll see if the site can implement them. Well, the site had clearly made the decision not to offer calculus. Okay, signed, sealed, delivered, because there were only 8 students. If you're trying to nurture a program, this isn't how you do it. My experience has been if administrators have a program in mind that they want to support, it happens. They find a way. And this strikes me as not perhaps what's happening. If Lincoln were to switch to, say, 4 small schools, each with a career path for 4 different careers, I would fully support that. That's the physical design of the school when it was built. And things change, we understand that. And if none of those paths happen to include calculus or pre-calculus because they were inappropriate for the careers involved, I want you to know I would support that 100%. Passionately help to make that school the best of its kind possible. But the school's mission statement, remember, is to create a school community that inspires and supports academic excellence, and I do hope that all decisions made with Lincoln in mind, do keep that mission statement in mind. I thank you so much. Wish Lincoln much success. Where Lincoln goes, so does the rest of the district.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention again. Is our next speaker Demetria Peoples here? Not in person nor online. Don't see her. In that case, I want to thank all of you for providing your comments to the board and to the superintendent today. We appreciate your input, and please know that your perspectives help us to better serve our students, parents, and the community. And with that, this concludes the agendized business of the board for today. The next regular meeting will be held on July 26th. 30 minutes? 29. Okay. Thank you.